A collection of birthday messages sent to Jeffrey Epstein more than 20 years ago. One, signed Donald Trump, is a sexually suggestive letter written within the bounds of a drawing of a curvaceous woman. Correspondent Scott McFarland.
The Republican-led U.S. House Oversight Committee obtained the card and a series of other records under subpoena from the Epstein estate Monday. Democrats on the panel first released an image of it and noted the birthday message closes with a reference to a wonderful secret. Trump has repeatedly denied making the sketch or the card.
A top scientist at the NIH, forced out after clashing with officials over Health Secretary Kennedy's vaccine policy, has filed a whistleblower complaint. Dr. Jean Marazzo spoke exclusively with CBS News.
They didn't want somebody in that position who was going to argue about what they thought was right.
Small business owners are having trouble filling job openings, but they're optimistic. CBS's Michael Wallace has details.
The National Federation of Independent Business says its Small Business Optimism Index rose 0.5% in August. 12% of business owners expected higher sales, but the labor market remains a concern. 32% of owners say they had job openings they couldn't fill last month. In the construction sector, half of businesses couldn't find enough workers, likely because of President Trump's immigration crackdown.
We're hearing from the man who grabbed fans' attention in a viral video at a Phillies-Marlins game in Miami. Drew Feltwell corralled a ball that went into the stands for his son before he was confronted by a woman who said that ball was hers.
The screaming and yelling is what killed it for me. You know, I would have loved to turn my back or pushed her away or something like that, but I just decided to make it end and give her the ball and be happy that she goes away.
His son was gifted a signed bat. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Mom, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotion. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. Consequently, they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Dial pound 250 and say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
We're News Radio WGNS 100.5, 101.9, 1450. Online and on your phone at wgnsradio.com.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
How are you, buddy?
Good morning, brother. I am good. What a beautiful morning. Mild.
Isn't it? It's my time of year, man.
Yeah, sunny days. We've got the big Rotary event coming up this weekend. There's still plenty of football out there, and just trying to figure out how to cook fish and watch a little football.
I agree. It's going to be a big weekend. That's kind of what our whole theme of today's show is going to be, is about everything going on this weekend and going around on the north end of county. But how's your football games looking?
Well, Middle played better than I thought they would. You know, they were competitive there for, I'd say, for 3 quarters. But you know, Wisconsin Power 4 program,
Yeah.
a lot of depth. You know, you're gonna wear a mid-major out. So you know, I was encouraged. I thought there was some improvement, but I'm hopeful. Tennessee played well. Vanderbilt played well. So there's a lot of good football going on in Tennessee right now.
Surprised me a little bit them didn't put Vanderbilt being 2-0 in the rankings. It just seems like they've handled business the last 2 weeks. They'd have a better shot, you know. But
Yeah. Well, you know, they've got a persona to overcome for a lot of years. So you know, there was a lot of coaches in Associated Press not going to push that button, and you know, there was two Associated Press voters that didn't think Tennessee belonged in the top 25. So you know, different thoughts.
And they threw South Florida up there by beating Florida.
Wow. Wow. Tell you, the game Sunday night, and I guess might want to chime in on this one, but the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens, I don't know that I've ever seen a more exciting football game than and I watched the whole thing with about 8 minutes, or maybe it was 9 minutes left after Henry scored that last touchdown, and I started surfing the channels for a little while, and then came back, and then it was 40-38 Ravens, and Buffalo got the ball back. I'm going, what the heck? just crazy stuff.
It is, man.
So, but good time. Good weekend for you, I hope.
I did. Got a lot of stuff done around the place, and had my granddaughter, Ramsey, turned 6, so we had a great birthday party for her, and she thoroughly enjoyed it. It was the undersea party, so we had to go swimming into the house, and we had dolphins everywhere, and I forgot to wear my swimming trunks, so other than that, we were good.
There you go. Maybe at the breaks, Rick, you could kind of remind our audience about the fish fry. You know, if they, you know, as far as times, and remind them about the cruise in and the celebrating the World War II heroes, Red Tails, and you know, just promote that here at these breaks.
Hey, I got you covered, buddy.
Okay.
Yep.
Rick, good, again, we've got promoting the northern end of the county. This morning we have Mike Moss, Director of Parks, and Marty Smith, who's the Rec Program Director. And I tell you, Town of Smyrna has a lot of activities, and I'm grateful for all of the things that you gentlemen promote, because children with idle hands can become problems, and keeping them busy with baseball and softball and soccer and football, I just think that's a great thing for our youth. So thank you for what you do, and go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience.
Yes, sir. Well, my name is Mike Moss. I'm Director of Parks. Been on here before and appreciate the opportunity. Been in Smyrna with the department for 29 years. Blessed to have that opportunity.
You've been around for a minute.
A minute, yeah. Yeah. And it's been a great run every day. I always say my worst day is better than most people's best day, and it's about the truth. We've got a great staff, and I look back and I've been able to, you know, I moved here and had a semester left in college, finished college, got married, had kids, played in the leagues, kids are in college, one of them's out now, and kind of run the whole gamut, and I couldn't ask for a better place to work than Town of Smyrna.
Good deal. Marty, tell you a little bit about yourself.
Well, Marty Smith. Well. Yeah, been on here once or twice, maybe This might be a third time. I don't.
Well, we
remember.
always ask really good guests back, so that's why y'all are back, because we
Glad to
really
hear it.
enjoy being with you.
And we feel like we're going to talk about SEC football a little bit because that's where
Yeah,
it started, didn't it, Marty?
Yeah.
Which would be okay with us.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
Well, especially since your baby girl is so prominently involved.
Yeah,
in,
that helps.
so,
That helps. I keep up a little bit more.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, I've been with the department about 13 years now, so I feel like I've been around a minute. But born and raised in Smyrna, did a few stints away from Smyrna, but came back home. Home is where my heart is. And I know people say that all the time, but it's true. I spent some time in some really great places as well, but it was hard to beat Smyrna, so it always brought me back. But do a little bit of everything in the Parks Department, some events, athletics, but big events are what seems to be my bread and butter these days. We got a big one coming up this Friday with the Jeff Coos Top Gun Night Run, so looking forward to that. But we got a lot going on in town, and just happy to be a part of it. And Mike said it best: is our worst days are a lot of people's best, or vice versa. And I don't ever dread coming to work in the morning, so that's a big plus for me.
Hey, the Blue Angel Jet Memorial is just, every time I drive by it, especially at night when it's all lit up, it takes my breath away. I'm going,
yeah,
wow,
I agree.
What an amazing memorial.
I think at night it's probably, if not the best, one of the best places in Rutherford County, overlooking the old air base. I think the prospect of that and being on old air base land, and overlooking that runway is, I don't know, something I never take for granted. And that area used to be just a greenway and some woods up there, but to see that now, I'm like you, Wayne, when you drive past it, you're like, man, this is real. That's really hard to believe.
In the all-inclusive playground with the same color scheme.
Yes, sir.
Right next to it, making it available for children with disabilities and children without to play together. And I've taken my grandchildren there. Just, I can't count how many times they have played. And they live. The zip line is their favorite.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Their favorite.
Yeah. I have learned about inclusive playgrounds is, now that I'm in my 50s, that they're inclusive for you and I as well. The ramps are, I enjoy those actually,
It's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Taking two guys that 30 years ago we played ball against each other.
And on top of the slide, now we're
now
hoping to make it up one,
We're gray haired, glasses, and looking for canes weekly,
Yeah, but that playground really complements the plane and vice versa. And I think it was a Rotary project initiated with Rotary, and then Christy Houston got involved, and the town was involved, and some of those partnerships are really neat for the town because you get buy-in from a lot of different people. And I call it the trifecta. All three of those projects, the older playing, what we call the main playground, was a Rotary project, Christy Houston project. The Coos Memorial, same thing. Rotary's a big help in that, and then the Freedom Playground and the restrooms up there, which has a family restroom with the adult changing table. Some of those things. I mean, it's that park, the entrance and the front door of that park has changed from the new road coming off the roundabout.
Right.
So the first thing you see if you come in that way is the Freedom Playground and the football fields, where it used to be kind of the back of the park.
Having that outlet there to the roundabout, that was a godsend as far as I'm concerned, because trying to pull out of Victory Park onto Sam Ridley,
yes, sir,
was nightmarish.
Yes, sir.
On Saturdays, and Sundays,
especially before that Nolan Drive red light back in that day.
Yeah.
I call that new entrance off of the roundabout the best quarter mile in the whole park system. It's just a nice little drive,
Yep.
What's your plans for that area? Y'all got anything in the
works?
So
we kind of had a master plan to develop that side of the park, a bigger shelter area, and it kind of had also like a small amphitheater area. At the time, it's expanding on the Veterans Memorial, but that's kind of happened at the Coos. But it was really, I don't know, some garden areas and really leaving it passive. We can't, being it's under the runway, you can't do a whole lot as far as high capacity people. So it was going to kind of leaving it to nature. But we did have a bigger shelter going in there at some point. That would be a big help to that park. And but we've got some trails cut in over there. That park is 80 acres. We use about 40 or 50 acres. But the actual parkland is 80 acres there. So we've got some trails cut in there just to leave it to nature for right now. But on down the road, I could see more happening.
Did you see, 27 years ago you started, could you see this coming to Smyrna and the way it's grown and you've been a part of?
No, but I can tell you, working for Tom Sage, I had to hit the ground running.
Yeah.
So, to say the least, So, I got introduced to the Rotary Soccer Park was under construction and going to open up that next year. There are several projects going, so we really never stopped. So I didn't see it like it is today, but I sure didn't see it really slowing down either. I just think people between the school system, the towns in Rutherford County, and proximity to the middle of Tennessee, you can be anywhere you want pretty quick. I mean, it's set up to grow, and it has, and I think our job is to have been try to keep up with it and provide for anybody that comes through the gates. And we've tried to make that, a priority of ours. I think our recreation leagues, Marty may say the same thing, are kind of our heartbeat of the recreation department. You always go back to there because it gives people, young people and older people, health and wellness options with a scoreboard, but we do a lot of passive recreation, trails and hiking and, just things that do not require a scoreboard. And that's important in people's lives, to be able to get in nature with a short drive. And that's a big deal, and we're pretty excited about that. And even our playgrounds are built for health and wellness for children, and everything has a purpose. It's not just to play; it's to give them a workout. And a lot of people don't know that, but that's how they're built. And I don't know. We've been lucky to have leadership that supports us, and we take budgets to them to add or renovate or take on a new parkland or something. And not everybody has that, and we've got that here. But I think the people in our community expect that now, and we want to deliver.
Well, the recreational facilities in a municipality like that is a big part of the formula when they say this is a quality of life
yes, sir.
Program,
right.
or the town is puts quality of life as a priority. So if you want to be rated as a up and coming or a solid municipality, you have to have a strong rec program.
Right. Yeah, we feel like I said, we've tried to do that in many ways, and I think we enjoy the part of being renewing and growing and doing some things like that. And with the outdoor center down there, that's been very popular. We have a host of a lot of parties. The pool, which Marty's over, he has an aquatic coordinator under him, but they report to him. Our splashdown facility stays packed.
Oh yeah.
When we renovated that one, it just we're the only public pool in the north end of the county still, and we feel that on the weekends sometimes. But we also appreciate that. It's something but the people trusted us with that to have that opportunity out there. And we've one other thing that's new is the golf course. We don't forget about them. They're kind of falling under the Parks and Rec umbrella, and we've embraced that, and they've embraced that as well. And we share a lot of resources with equipment and that type of thing, but we're right across the street from each other. And I'm pretty excited the fact that we have 300 acres right there on San Ridley that's under our jurisdiction to maintain, and we try to make that a nice spot when you drive through that area, and which is good.
I think Halloween in the park, as far as a one-day event, gives you probably as much exposure, community-wide or maybe throughout the Middle Tennessee region, because that place is packed.
It is. Year 29 is coming up.
Yeah. Wow.
And
I had no idea that
Marty was
old.
3 years old probably, or so, I don't know how old.
7.
He was 7 years old when it started. Before, I know Marty wants to speak and he needs to speak. But one thing I do want to say is the guy behind the scenes, and he's on stage a lot too, but to making it happen is right here. And he doesn't want the accolades and all that, but I want to take the opportunity to say there's, somebody's coordinating all the Independence Day was great this year. It was just absolutely great. And all of them are always good, and it's kind of like a referee. The only time you know their names if they do something wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I like to say his name, Marty Smith. I say it without doing something wrong, but there's a lot of things that happen. It takes a team. We all know that, but somebody's taking those calls and dealing with things. We had a barbecue fest a couple of weeks ago or early August, and I feel the same way. I try to stay out of their way, but help when needed. And that was a lot of fun. It was simple, food and music, and that's what we did. Cool. But I want to make sure that people know there's someone behind the scenes that will, work any hours of the day to make it happen, and that's him.
Well, there's a lot of early hours and a lot of late hours.
It is. It is. All our job descriptions say evenings and weekends, don't they?
Well, in Parks and Rec, they tell you this when I went to college, and anytime so you work when everybody else is playing, so you got to be able to be ready for that, because we're working when everybody else is recreating after hours and on the weekends. So, that's just part of the gig. But when you got a team like ours, it's you take it. It's easy. It really is.
Hey, Marty's getting a good introduction to our leagues. His oldest son is.
He's playing a little. Call it t-ball, but it's a treat to be out there.
Well,
it's fun.
My grandson is playing coach pitch, and he went 3 for 3 last night, which made me extremely proud.
Yeah. They didn't change the pitcher. Leave him in.
That's a good pitcher. Show him the heater, Ricky.
Yeah, leave him.
But tell you, football and basketball. I played some little league in Babe Ruth, but baseball was not my game. But he hit a double, and at that age they really don't know what to do, And somebody had thrown the ball in from the outfield, and the ball was just laying there, and he's on second base, so he walks up, picks it up and throws it to the other team. And of course he's out.
Yeah.
So I told him last night, well, son, you got 3 hits and an out.
And that's hard to explain to a guy trying to do a good thing.
You teach him manners, and it's
and he's out.
Right
it can't be too nice in sports.
Yeah,
right?
but we just laughed about that. So, it's getting to see your child compete, with softball and baseball, and I think one of the cutest thing is the very young soccer players, the 3-year-olds.
Oh yeah.
The Beehive League.
Yeah, with that ripple. Is it ripples?
Yeah. 3-4s. They're just the swarm that follows the ball.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're kicking
fun.
each other.
Yeah.
Good thing that they have shin guards, because they're kicking each other's shins.
Shin guards are they're a must at that age.
And they have the inflatable boundaries now.
Yeah,
that makes it nice.
Yeah,
it's almost like hockey. It gives you a hockey element there.
It does. The ball never goes out.
You keep the kids corralled, everything.
I have no idea, because Zach and Hillary, when they were in high school, they would, or maybe middle school, they would ref the soccer games, and and I'd come and watch them referee, and especially if one of them was going to do the Beehive team, because it's so fun and funny to watch them play.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing but shin guards, socks, and shorts. I mean, it's the uniform with the head on. It's what I say. Basically.
And somebody's always running to the sidelines and crying for mama because they either didn't get to kick the ball or somebody kicked them.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. But I've learned all those inflatable boundaries to show up maybe after they have those put out, because that's a lot of work.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Scared to death they're going to look at it and say, hey, will you help with this?
Get these out here.
Yeah.
But that's an envy of a lot of the programs. I mean, I talk to them out there. Mm-hmm. Of course, my daughter and son-in-law involved in it, but there's a lot of programs that envy those blow-up things that we've got for them kids.
Yeah.
And it keeps the ball in check and keeps them in check.
It really does.
I coached that. And
my
daughter, midway, because I made her play Goldie, went and crawled under her mama's chair, and she was done. I coached the rest of the year, and she never played another game.
Oh, me.
So if I had that boundary, it might have stopped her a little bit, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, keep you involved.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you, Coach Saban's technique do not work on 5-year-olds.
No, it does not.
Oh no, it turns them off a bit.
Complete
huh?
opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So talk a little bit. We got the Coos Memorial this weekend. We want to kind of highlight that if we can. Obviously,
Yes,
we got
sir.
the fish fry going on as well. But talk about Friday night and what you guys got going on.
Okay. Well, Marty is the main coordinator of the event. We have a planning committee that's highly involved in that. It is a fundraiser, main fundraiser for the maintenance on the Coos Memorial. And as y'all probably remember, about 3 years ago, we had the plane painted with those same funds. The landscaping, anything we do up there comes out of those funds. And to paint that plane was almost $60,000 at that time. And I'm sure, paint's even going up a little bit with vehicles, and I'm sure plane paint is not going down.
Sure.
But anything we need done, things like this, these funds help out. And I think all of us feel, pretty special about that memorial, but also about this event. And Marty's the coordinator, so I want him he knows the details way more than I do. This is one of those events where I know my place. I'm in charge of the band and making sure the band is. When we started this race, I said I need to stay out of their way. That's a good boss. Let them do their job.
Yes, sir.
So I know what goes on around the stage and up there at the memorial while he's down there with the chaos. So, Marty, I'll let you explain everything.
Well, Top Gun Night Run, we say we take 750 participants, but the coolest part of this run, before I get into the details, is just the buy-in from the Smyrna community, and not only Smyrna, but the Blue Angels we call them our Blues. Everybody talks like they're ours. Pensacola would argue against that, but
Right.
They're a staple in Smyrna. They were when I was a kid growing up. So the tragic event that happened, that just carried over into this run, and just the buy-in from Smyrna and the surrounding community of supporting that run, and not only the run, but what it benefits. And all the people that come and sign up for that run and support it. And we call it a 6K, and we time it, and it's competitive for about 25 of the people that are out there. But the other 730 that might come out, they're just there to support it. They're there to walk, jog. You have strollers, dogs, everything in between that comes to that run and supports it. But it's just the coolest night. If you haven't been to it before, I would strongly recommend to come support it, because the community that it comes out is just all-encompassing. You see everything in between, from little ones all the way up to people that are in their 70s and 80s that run that race at night, and it goes through the airport. You get the fish fry the next day. They're going to have some cool stuff out on the runway that people are going to get to run right past and be a part of that. And that whole run is just a really, really unique experience. And then you get to see a glance of the memorial from the golf course side at night that not many people see.
It's the best view,
because you don't see it, because the golf course, you're not playing at night, so you get to see it at nighttime on your back stretch of the course. You get to see that thing lit up at night, and the band's playing. We have a band that'll be up there on the main stage, right there at the memorial, that's kind of encouraging you as you come through the finish line. It really is quite the unique experience for a 6K. There's not too many 6Ks around. That's to benefit in condolences to the number 6 plane that Jeff Coos flew.
Okay.
But
I didn't know that. Okay.
That's why we did the 6K. There's a lot of 5Ks, but we decided to do the 6K.
Sure.
So not only is it the 6K, but this is the 6th year for the run. So being the 6th annual Top Gun Night Run, we got some special stuff planned that we're not going to allude to too much yet, but lots of cool things that are going to happen on Friday night.
And so, as far as you still have some slots available?
We do. Our mayor would. She thinks of it a little differently than I do, but that's all that matters is what she thinks. So we have 757 total registrants when we left to come down here. So we say it caps out at 750. But we do allow our sponsors to get some comp entries for their sponsorship. So with them and some other folks that we get prior to, those are our comp entries. So we still have about 85 slots left. So if you haven't signed up yet, you better hurry, because we've had about 50 or 60 sign up a day the last couple days, so it's going to go quick. But yeah, we still have some slots left while we're talking right now, but by the end of the day, who knows?
How do they, if they want to sign up, how do they do that?
So you can go to the Jeff Coos Memorial site, or you can go to Run Sign Up. You can actually just type it in your Google, say Top Gun Night Run 6K, and it'll come up on a Run Sign Up page. You log in right there, click through it, take you about 2 minutes, and it's a pretty easy process.
Do you pay online?
You can pay online. There is about a $4.50 fee if you register online, but other than that, it's just $50, so it'll be about $54.95, I think, if you register online.
And that's per person.
Per person, but with $54.95, I'd caution you to find a better medal, better T-shirt, better atmosphere, and all the cool stuff you get for that run. It's a heck of a deal.
Or a bigger medal.
Yeah, I mean, if you've ever seen Flava Flav, he wears the clock. This medal would rival that. It's pretty big. If you got back problems, I caution you.
Yeah, bring a dolly. But
yeah.
No, it's really sharp.
It is very neat.
It turned out great. So good job by the group involved.
For sure.
You're listening to the Tuesday Morning Roundtable with Rick and Wayne. We're going to take our first break here, but a reminder, this Friday evening, what time is it?
The race itself starts at 7:30.
And everybody kind of be aware, because we do shut off Sam Ridley there for a little bit, because you will cross over one time. So once the runners get through, they'll open the road back up, but you will have a little inconvenience there at 7 o'clock. But we're going to take our first break. We'll be right back with you in just a minute.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
Junior.
Yep.
Lady?
Yeah, they have it.
Gigantic.
You know it.
What about mega?
Yep, they've got that one too. When it comes to jumbo bucks, winning is the name of the game. In fact, Tennessee lottery players win an average of $2.3 million a day on jumbo bucks games alone. So find your jumbo-sized fun today. The Tennessee Lottery, game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
Jumbo jumbo?
Oh yeah, they even have that one.
Looking for great deals on name brand clothing, furniture, and more? Visit the Garden Patch Thrift Shop on Spring Street across from the tall downtown NHC building in Murfreesboro. Our competitive prices and quality selection make it easy to find exactly what you need. And here's the best part, 100% of your purchase supports Greenhouse Ministries, helping over 70 families a day. When you shop at the Garden Patch, you're not just getting a deal, you're making a difference. The Garden Patch Thrift Shop on Spring Street in Murfreesboro.
Good Neighbor Events is brought to you by the law offices of John Day, AmeriCare Pest Control, and Old National Bank.
This is a paid legal ad.
At the law offices of John Day, we take only real cases that make a real difference.
The law offices of John Day took the burden really off of my shoulders.
So if you think you're going to get rich quick with a frivolous case, I'm not the lawyer for you.
I want you to know that I appreciate everything you have done so much. I know you went over and beyond.
If we're not able to help or aren't the right lawyer for you, we'll do the best to point you in the right direction. If you've been injured, call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation.
For almost 79 years, WGNS has been keeping you informed. We still do. Thanks for tuning in. The Red Cross is still critically low on blood. Please give the gift of life. Phone the Red Cross at 800-RED-CROSS and make an appointment to give blood at a time that fits your schedule. Another big event this Saturday and Sunday, The 35th Annual White Oak Craft Fair. That's at the Art Center of Cannon County in neighboring Woodbury. The White Oak Craft Fair, this Saturday and Sunday. And the 23rd Annual Wings of Freedom Fish Fry is Saturday. That's a must-attend event. It's over at the Azure Flight Support Hangar at the Smyrna Airport this Saturday. The gates open at 4 in the afternoon, and the event is from 5 until 9. And it's presented by the Smyrna Rotary Club. And a night of remembering Casey Clark. Saturday, September 20th, 6 o'clock in the evening at the Smith Fork District Association. Remembering the guitar man, Casey Clark. September 20th at the Smith Fork District Association. Those are WGNS Good Neighbor events.
Rutherford weather.
We'll see mostly sunny skies here for this afternoon with a high into the mid-80s. And then for tonight, mostly clear, low near 57. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki from the WGNS Rutherford Weather Center.
Currently, it's 60.
WGNS is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. MTE's EV Car Club has hundreds of members and growing. EV owners, enthusiasts, and anyone interested in learning more about electric vehicles is encouraged to sign up at mte.com/EV Car Club.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
And welcome back to the second segment of Tuesday Mornings with Rick and Wayne. And we've had a really fun morning with Mr. Mike Moss, Director of Parks, and Marty Smith, Rec Program Director for the town of Smyrna. And gosh, there's just so much going on. Rick, do you want to give a heads up about the fish fry on Saturday that our Rotary Club puts on?
Yeah, so everybody just stay in North Rutherford County this weekend in Smyrna.
Amen.
You can go view the race or be in the race if they got many slots left, and then turn around on Saturday evening from 5 to 9. It's our 23rd year of the Fish Fry of Smyrna. It'll be out on the airport there at Azure Flight Hangar, which is on the west side of the airport. And you should see signs and flags to get in that area, but it's $50 a person. And if you got a classic car, we're asking you to come out. You get $50 to get your car in on the ramp to display as part of the show, and you get 2 tickets with that. So if you got somebody you want to throw in the car with you, you get a 2-for-1 to bring your classic car out. This year was probably our best year. We did a memorial for one of our Rotary members that died this past year, Carolyn Peoples. And if anybody knew Carolyn, she was a bright star, and we miss her greatly. But she had already planned to be in our president this year and wanted the Tuskegee Airmen Memorial, which is a tractor trailer that travels the country, and it has a 15-minute video in it as well as a museum, so you're able to go through that. It takes you about 30 minutes total. And they've also brought a P-51 Mustang that has the red tail. If you know anything about Tuskegee Airmen, there was an all-black World War II planes, and they were escort planes for bombers, and they were having a lot of bombers being taken out, and these guys came in and were just absolutely slaying the Germans, and none of the bomber guys knew who they were. And then they painted their tails red to significant them apart from everybody else, and then they finally found out who they are. But
and started requesting them. Apparently,
they did. They wanted them in the air with them. But last one passed away at 99 last year. We were hoping to maybe have one of the last Tuskegee Airmen that were actually, one of the pilots, but he passed away. But we do have the memorial. It's going to be set up. If you're running the run, the plane will be there. You'll get to run right by it because they go part of the run's route goes onto the tarmac, actually onto the airport, and you'll go right by that Mustang and the tractor trailer. They've got some kids groups and things going out starting tomorrow. It'll be in town and getting set up, but it's going to be a big event down there. Again, it's $50 a ticket, and we ask you to come out Friday night and turn around and come out Saturday night for our event for the Rotary. And we do things like this. We team up with Parks and Rec of Smyrna and other nonprofit organizations, and we just raise money and give out back to the community in the best way we can do it.
It's the first time in 20 plus years that I haven't cooked. I'm going to be coordinating this year. So if you were concerned about me cooking, come on out now. I'm not going to be cooking this year.
Yeah.
You're safe.
You're safe, yeah.
And I think that's one of the biggest things I know I have is that we don't like fish. Well, we'll have chicken there as well. We have hush puppies, and of course, our signature thing is the breaded fish that we cook, 540 pounds, and we run out every year. So come on out and enjoy this. And
all you care to eat.
Yeah,
I mean,
you do.
If you go away hungry, it's your own fault.
That's right.
So, but back to we had talked about Halloween in the park. Y'all have so many activities, and they're all fun activities.
Yes, sir.
Which is pretty cool.
Well, we're in recreation. We figured we need to have a little fun and put on some events for fun. And Halloween in the Park's been a staple. I mean, it started out as an idea of the office, and we held the first ones. Rick probably remember. You probably remember, Wayne, up at Lee Victory Park.
Right.
You probably attended.
I remember.
Yeah.
I just right on.
But it was in
the coach pitch.
Yeah. He was in a stroller, but he remembers.
Wasn't that?
Yeah. But it would start out in the complex, and we made kind of this makeshift, haunted trail, which seems to be one of the main things that people like and remember about that program. But 29 years, next year will be 30. As long as we make it through this one.
That's right.
So we're pretty excited about that. It's out at Sharp Springs Park, in a place that can handle a large crowd, but also gives that fall feel. We'll have a corn maze out there, and the corn came in this year.
My goodness.
So that's a good thing. And the Smyrna High School girls softball team, they take care of that, and that's a fundraiser for them. That's over there, and it's right next to where you enter for the haunted trail. So they usually do well. And it's a good fundraiser for them, but also it helps us as far as the amount of people it takes to put this on, having a group like that do it. Go ahead.
I bought a Tyrannosaurus Rex costume. I saw on Facebook where these people had dressed up, I guess, husband, wife, and they met their children getting off the bus, and they were in a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And I bought one last year, so I may wear that to the park and
be in the costume contest.
We have an adult costume contest.
And also when my grandchildren get off
I would
the
love
bus,
to see 'em in it.
I'm gonna meet them at the bus in my Tyrannosaurus Rex costume.
They may get back on.
Maybe so.
It'll scare them a little bit.
You better call the sheriff's office and let them know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Some strange guy. Marty, you want to tell them a little bit more about Halloween, kind of the expectations and information?
October 25th, 3 to 8:30 out at Sharp Springs, as you mentioned. Get there early because that is a busy event. We always try to estimate the number of people. It always depends on the weather, of course, but several thousand attend that event. And again, it's another one of those community events where you have vendors and town businesses and supporters that come and make it what it is. Our department is a big part of it, and our team, but then the community buy-in just exemplifies it. You have costume contests from your little ones all the way up to Wayne. If you want to be in the costume contest with your T-Rex, you can do it. And new this year, we're going to have a dog costume contest as a part of it. The dogs are usually there in costume, so we figured. Well, actually, our town manager is the one that suggested that.
Yeah, so we're gonna make
and he
it
was
happen.
right. So we're gonna have some dogs that'll be in the costume contest this year. But then it's a trick or treat opportunity for kids as well. They make their way around in a huge square, and boy, nothing brings the people out like free candy.
Yes.
We've come to find that people will wait in a several 100-person long line to get some free candy. But it's just one of those things. It's a child memory too, and it's really cool that we get to put an event on that I remember going to the event.
Sure.
And now we get to put it on, and kids will remember that for the rest of their life. You talk about those things. Parks and Rec is at the forefront of so many childhood memories. I bet y'all can all remember things you did as a child. Halloween in the Park's one of them. So build those memories with your kids and come out.
Been a minute since I've been a child. So.
You might remember
Yeah,
some.
there's something that
A little closer for me.
Marty, I want to say something. One year, out of all the years, we had one year that just rained. Like we could not. It wasn't gonna happen. It was just gonna be a mess. And so it was decided we were going to cancel, and some of the people had already bought candy. Some of the booths and sponsors or the businesses, and they called Marty and said, "Hey, can we just come to
we want to do
the
something.
SOAC and maybe just hand out and have people show up?" And Marty evidently said yes to this. I had nothing to do with it.
I will never be able to do that again.
So, and it's raining that day, so we said, yeah, we'll do it. And the day before, we all said, well, how many people you think will show up? Well, 50 maybe. We had hundreds. We had to run them in a line through the SOAC and then out the back.
Out the door.
They stood in line under the whole porch of the event center, around to the back towards the pool, in a driving rain.
A monsoon.
Sideways rain, and to attend this.
And I'll never forget. I'll never forget that T-Rex costume that was standing there in the rain.
It was Wayne
with his head blown over.
It wasn't me. I did bought mine last year.
Oh man, that was something.
Yeah, but Marty had that idea, and I don't know how it come about. So, but anyway, we persevered, and that is when we said, "Hey, if we can make this thing happen, we need to make it happen."
It's one of those events that, like the town of Smyrna, just you can't do without it. Halloween, Independence Day. If you try to get rid of either two of those events, the town of Smyrna will respond. They want those two events. They got to have it. So that day was no different.
No,
we were having it one way or another.
And Nolan Drive, we were realigning and right in the middle of construction, so it was still in rock headed to the event center, and and then right there at the bottom was a big area of water. And every time they drive through it, it just got a little deeper. But we
didn't
made
slow
it.
anybody down.
No, it did not. We made it.
So there's depot days coming up here at the end, towards the end of the month. Is that a recreational? Is that a rec park?
It's kind of a partnership. SIMA does the coordinating. It's a fundraiser for them. Marty can help me out on this. And they try to get I think 120 booths out there, and then they have some music, obviously food and those type things, activities. And they kind of coordinate that, but we partner. We have people. It's almost like a ball tournament. If somebody's a tournament director, we supplement that with our staff because it kind of is a town, bringing people downtown, that type of thing.
You get credit for it. To
well,
be honest,
we're
which
involved,
is pretty cool,
for sure.
But they do the coordinate, which does not break our heart, and they have a lot of connections there. But our team, Marty and his team, they put on the car show the night before. And we do that downtown. Last year, we ended up having to change our plans because of rain, but we had it at the event center. But he handles that. We'll handle 75 cars, and you got to be there by 5:45.
Yeah, prior to which we never have trouble with.
No, we shut it down when it's full, and we've tried to have some overflow areas for people that may be getting off work late or something. But
the forecast for this week so far seems to be pretty good all the way through Sunday.
Yes,
from what I'm seeing.
Warm up again. It'll be nice and warm.
Yeah.
And poor guys standing over those 350-degree fryers. I don't know that I'm going to miss that much.
No, I tell you what, though, you're saying that for us, that's just one thing we don't have to worry about Friday. And for the people at the fish fry, obviously working it, but the classic car guys, y'all know they do not want to bring their car. They don't want to have to re-clean those cars from top to bottom. So good weather equals good crowds. And
last year we had the afternoon rain that hit, and it really stymied the classic cars last year.
They scattered like ants.
I mean, it's a lot of work maintaining those, of course,
Well, they're babies too.
Yeah. Marge, you want to hit anything on Depot Days? Anything else there?
Well, you talked about, it's kind of a 2-day event, if you will. I mean, this coming weekend's kind of like that too, with the run and the fish fry. But then on it's the last weekend of September, which Depot Days always falls on the last Saturday of the month. The night before, on Friday night, you got the car show from 6 to 8:30. There'll be some food vendors, the classic cars. We'll probably put a football game on or something in the depot. But then the next day, Depot Days, you got thousands that attend that event with all kinds of cool vendors. 10 to 4 the next day on Saturday, the 27th, I believe. But it's just it's a cool event, a cool 2-day event. You know, that it screams fall with the type of event it is, and you know, fall seems to be the most popular season in this area these days with everything that goes on. But that's such a cool event.
Well, right now, so you got baseball, softball, football, what other?
Soccer.
Soccer.
Oh, yeah.
And basketball starts at some point in time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, basketball.
So all of these kind of overlap. So you've
Yes,
got a bunch of leagues, a bunch of different ball leagues all going on at the same time.
Oh, yeah. We call that general operations are happening, and the events are on top of that.
Wow.
So it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot. But it's you know, we knew what we got into and we signed up for it, you know.
How many children across the town participate, you know, between softball and baseball, football? I mean, how do you have a head count?
In a given season, you're probably around 4,000.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. Maybe more now.
Maybe a little bit more than that.
With adult softball in there.
And then if you throw in softball, but kids programs, you're right around 4,000, 4,500 in a season. That's just one season.
Talk about family memories. Getting to see your kids play.
I'm telling you.
You know,
Parks and Rec. You talk about core childhood memories. We're at the forefront of that.
Yes, sir.
And it's a big deal to be a part of that.
Agreed. Are you listening to the Tuesday morning roundtable? We're going to go ahead and take our second break, and we'll come back and recap because I don't even think we'll have a few minutes left when we come back. But here's our second break. We'll be right back with you in just a minute.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
I'll be right there.
It takes all of us to power a community, both in plain sight and behind the scenes. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Get ready for an unforgettable night and support First Shot. Autumn at the Alley is coming to Oakland's Mansion Tuesday, September 24th from 6 to 9 p.m. Sip on fine bourbon, wine, and spirits, enjoy premium cigars, and feast on incredible food from the Alley on Main, all while enjoying live music under the stars. Proceeds benefit First Shot's Academic All-Stars and Send the Kid to Camp programs. Find out more on their Facebook page and through Eventbrite. Autumn at the Alley, September 24th.
That brisket came from your cow, right?
Yep, raised her, named her, thanked her, and now she's dinner. Rutherford County Farmers Market. There's something fresh every week. Tuesdays and Fridays, 7 to 1 at Lane Agro Park in Murfreesboro on John R. Rice Boulevard.
Hi, this is Trevor from Bell Jewelers. It's always special to give someone a gift just randomly, something that they can remember you by. One of those gifts could be a gift that lasts forever, like a Bell Jewelers diamond. Usually they'll have that for their entire lifetime. They might reset it into a new pendant or ring, but they're still gonna have that diamond for their entire lifetime. Give a gift that keeps on giving, buy them a diamond. Nothing sparkles like a Bell Jewelers diamond. Come see us at Bell Jewelers, 821 Northwest Broad Street, across from Toots.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
And welcome back to the third and final segment of Tuesday Mornings with Rick and Wayne. And we've just had a lot of fun this morning with Director of Parks for the town of Smyrna, Mike Moss, and Marty Smith, who is the Rec Program Director. And Rick, we've got the fish fry coming up Friday, and then Saturday, and the Coos Run on Friday evening. So it's big weekend, along with all the football games out and about.
Is there some football games?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right.
Where will you be this weekend, Mike?
I need to be in about three different places.
Don't stutter.
Friday, I know where I'll be. Top Gun Night
He knows
Run.
where he'll be Saturday. Don't worry.
Saturday I will be in Knoxville, so I'm looking forward to that.
Well, I have tickets to Knoxville as well.
Yeah,
so
I will
I'm
see
going to
you
let the
up
cat
there.
out of the bag here. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to go or not, but we do have tickets to the game.
Yeah, so it's.
I don't. I will be coordinating cooks.
Oh well,
I will not be there.
Yeah, somebody's got to
Well,
work.
this is the UT Georgia game, which is usually every other year it plays in UT, but this is the last year because the way they changed, the SEC changed
With 9 games
the
now.
9 games. So this is the last Georgia-Tennessee, and why my wife is a Georgia fan. She is. I guess she was born there. That's why she says she's a Georgia Bulldogs
That's
fan.
excuse, yeah.
And I'm a Tennessee fan, so we always wear alternating jerseys and go every other year. So this
Right.
is that last year of that game.
Oh
so,
yeah, it'll be electric.
Yeah, it's gonna be big
It's
time.
excited last week, and that's
Yeah.
ETSU, who's been in existence, renewed their football program 10 years ago.
We're
or something?
checkerboarding a stadium, and the tickets we had I bought because I had needed to be orange, and now we've swapped tickets with somebody, and now I have to go get something that's white.
Yeah,
so.
it's funny how that works. The economy will jump with
She
apparel.
doesn't have to do anything, but dang it, I got to have another UT shirt.
Are you
It's
said
kinda
you're
worse.
white or orange? This
I was orange, now I'm white.
yeah,
so, yeah.
we're white this weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah, same.
Well, make
same
her
here.
wear something white, but I'm sure she wants to support Georgia, but maybe she could wear white with a little Georgia, tiny little bulldog on it.
Well, I haven't said it, but I've thought it, and maybe after. She's got a black Georgia jersey, so it's like the funeral for them guys after we take them down Saturday night and smoking cigars at the 50-yard line.
Yeah,
Since she won't be able to come on the field, I'll just have to be out there with Mike, and
Yeah.
we'll be together, man.
We'll meet at the 50. Yeah.
Right. With
I don't even know if I can scale the wall
101,000
anymore.
more people, you know.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Yeah.
Do you want to recap how to participate in the Coos Run, and maybe Rick can give a real quick one on the fish fry as well?
Yeah, well, there's several ways to find the Coos Run to register. The easiest way, probably for most people, simply Google it. Top Gun Night Run 6K in your search bar, and then it'll bring you right to the run sign-up page. You can also go to the town website, our town Facebook page, Smyrna Parks and Rec Facebook page. We'll have all the links on there to register for the run. But it's this Friday, 7:30 sharp at the start time. So do not wait. If you're wanting to register, don't wait. You need to go ahead and get signed up as quick as you can, because we do anticipate that we'll sell out. So get registered quicker rather than later.
Well, you pretty much have sold out every year, haven't you?
It's grown every year. We haven't quite sold out. Last year was obviously our biggest year. I think we ended up with just under 750. Right now we're at 757.
So let me ask you this. So maybe people out here says, look, I'm not a runner. And when I can't get out there, is there a way they can donate? Because
Sure.
I understand as Mike said earlier, the money, 100% of the money goes to the nonprofit, which we have to, that plane is actually an operational plane. It's on loan to the town of Smyrna. We have to keep the paint on it. And if world turned in a bad way next year, they could put that plane in use. So we got to keep it up, and that money is spent to keep that whole area up. There's not tax dollars involved. It's all donated money. But is there a way somebody can just donate if they wanted to?
Yeah, you can visit the Jeff Coos Memorial page. It has its own page that you can donate on, as well as on the run sign up page. There actually is a button that you can donate. Instead of registering for the race, you can just press donate. Right underneath the register tab, there's a spot that just says donate. If you wanted to donate $5, you can do that on that same site. There's also a link to the Jeff Coos Memorial page on the site. So you can just go straight to the memorial page and read about the memorial and everything that goes into it. Not only, is it to maintain, we didn't even talk about this part, to maintain the memorial and everything that goes into that, but now it provides scholarships to students in the Smyrna area too. So this past year they awarded, I think, three $2,000 scholarships to students.
Yeah.
It was Captain Coos, right?
Correct. Captain, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Has his wife and children do they come from time to time to this memorial run?
I don't know they've come to the run, but I know they've been back in town. The parents have been back in town.
Yeah. They're still involved as well.
Sent a video
a
year or two ago.
I think we always send them some of the stuff from the run too, whether it be the medal, the shirt, stuff like that. They're still heavily involved in what we're doing in the memorial for him.
I know Mayor Reed and Amber Hobbs, who's in the mayor's office, they stay in touch with the family, probably more than we do, which is a great thing. That keep that connection going.
Sure.
One thing that you're talking about fundraising, you also have the opportunity to purchase memorial bricks. We still do that at the Coos Memorial. Matter of fact, I've had a couple of orders here recently.
I have a brick out there, by the way.
How much are they? Somebody asked me that a while back where they went out there and visited.
Yes, sir. The 4x8s are $100. The 8x8s are $500, and the 12x12s are $1,000. And luckily, we found someone right here in town does the engraving. We were having to go to Nashville, and they were just working it in, but there's a local lady here in town that does it, so we can turn them around pretty quick. Yeah, and she does it with some passion too. She tries to make it right, and if the brick ain't right, she'll tell me. We'll run another one out there.
Okay.
That's amazing. And our Southern Access, if anybody's not understanding what we're saying, Captain Jeff Kuss, it's Kuss. So if you're trying to Google it and it's not coming up, but it's Kuss.
That's very fair.
Good save, Rick.
There's no telling what it sounds like on the radio.
So what's next up? What is Halloween in the Park your next biggest event?
Good. I'm glad you asked that. We actually, aside from the car show and Depot Days at the end of September, we have Fright Nights at the SOAC that goes on, another Halloween event, October 10th and 11th. It's a Friday and Saturday. Our SOAC staff kind of heads that up. They completely turn in our SOAC facility into a haunted house, if you will.
Oh, neat.
And they do a kids zone before that. So if you got little ones that aren't quite into the scary stuff yet, they do all kinds of kids friendly activities for them. And then a little bit later, they all turn into scary characters. And their theme this year, I'm trying to remember their theme off the top of my head. I can't remember it, but they get a theme every year, and they work for months making all kinds of props and characters, and they completely transform that building into a haunted house, if you will, and it's quite the event, and everybody seems to love it as well.
Yeah, and we would love to have more people.
Yeah.
It slows down later at night, so if we can get the word out to come down there.
Yeah, if you're into the haunted houses, you don't have to go to Nashville or wherever else. You come right there to Smyrna.
Kind of our goal is something simple. We have some food trucks down there, and that's a good thing. And we also are trying to do a little something out at Cedar Stone Park on the 17th. Kind of like maybe a hayride and some campfire and those small activities, because we know Halloween in the Park is the next week, but we're trying to do something out there, kind of engage in Southwest Smyrna too, so we'll have opportunity.
Well, and what we've learned too is SEC football takes priority for a lot of people, so you got to spread those events out and hope that people can come to one of them, because if not, if you're you can't even go to the fish fry if UT Georgia's playing.
I know.
And everything in between. Halloween in the Park, a lot of the time, it used to fall on UT Alabama weekend. So you got to spread it out and hope you can throw darts at it and one of them will hit for people.
Oh, yeah.
Good deal. That's a lot going on over the next week.
It's a busy calendar.
Yeah, exactly. So go check out the townosmyrna.org, hit Parks and Rec, and you'll have the events calendar. And also, I think that we've gotten with Brian here, and you'll be able to see it on the events calendar here at wgnsradio.com, and our Facebook page. We'll share these links to all these events coming up. But thank you guys for coming on with us.
Hey,
thank you.
God bless you for all that you do for the town, and especially our town's children.
Oh, well, thank you so much for saying that, but also the support. We know we have two people we can call if we need something.
Well. Apparently,
and if you need somebody in a dinosaur costume, you've got him covered, okay?
A T-Rex, not just a dinosaur.
And I was thinking, man, what would make our events so much better? And it's a T-Rex.
We'll see him there.
Yeah.
SOAC, here he comes.
Yeah.
He kind of got Doc Brown, Back to the Future. If he let his hair grow out a little bit, I think he's got the professor down.
We
does
can
he
take
not?
it back.
Doc Brown, Back to the Future, does he not?
I have to lose a little weight.
Those guys. Everybody, hope you have a great week, and hope to see you out this weekend, either through the run or the Wings of Freedom Fresh Fry. I went blank there for a second. And be safe, and have a good week.
Subscribe to Big G TV, local content that matters to Rutherford County.